I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be constant.
Teyana Taylor just set the internet on fire with a single post. And it wasn't just because she's glowing. Fans were left speechless when she shared what looked like a pregnancy reveal without naming the father. While the photo was soft and celebratory, the mystery surrounding who the father might be caused total chaos online. Now, her ex, Iman Shumpert, is demanding a DNA test, and everyone is scrambling for answers. What's going on behind the scenes? Is this a case of miscommunication, or something much deeper and messier? One thing's clear, this pregnancy reveal has become the biggest celebrity guessing game of the moment. In the photo, Teyana cradled what was clearly a growing baby bump, dressed in neutral tones with a caption that simply read, "New chapter." Loading. There were no hearts, no mentions, and most importantly, no baby daddy tag. The ambiguity drove fans wild. Is she with someone new? Is it Iman's baby? Or could it possibly be Pierre, the actor she was rumored to be dating? Everyone had theories, and within minutes her post had racked up hundreds of thousands of likes and just as many questions. It was the ultimate soft launch, but the one detail missing changed everything. Sources close to Iman revealed that he was completely caught off guard by Teyana's post. Allegedly, he found out about the pregnancy along with the rest of the world. And now, according to those insiders, he's not just surprised, he's suspicious. They claim Iman has privately contacted Teyana's camp, insisting on a paternity test before he takes on any public or legal responsibilities. He reportedly feels left out of the loop and wants answers before things get even more complicated. And from what insiders say, he's not backing down until he knows the truth. People online are deeply divided. Some are defending Iman, saying that every father has the right to know if the child is his, especially if he wasn't informed beforehand. Others think it's disrespectful to jump straight to a paternity test instead of having a private conversation with Teyana first. One tweet that went viral read, "If you think she's being shady, talk to her. Don't make it a legal thing before it's even real." It's become a full-on debate about trust, boundaries, and how co-parenting can get tricky when new relationships and children enter the picture. Meanwhile, Pierre has remained silent, but fans haven't. Many online believe he could be the father, especially since there were recent paparazzi sightings of him and Teyana at low-key events. Others claim they've seen subtle social media clues, like matching locations and cryptic captions, that point toward a possible relationship. Still, Aaron hasn't posted anything about the pregnancy, which has only added more fuel to the hoist fire. Is his silence about keeping peace, or does it say more than words ever could? Teyana's friends say she's not trying to stir drama, she's actually trying to avoid it. One insider told a gossip outlet that Teyana knew this would raise eyebrows but decided not to name the father to keep things calm. She's focused on her baby, her daughters, and her peace, the source said. And honestly, considering how public her past relationships have been, it makes sense. Teyana's been burned before, and right now, it seems like she's prioritizing emotional safety over making statements for the internet. But not everyone is feeling so zen, especially not Iman's family. Reports suggest that some of his relatives are skeptical about the timing and details of Teyana's announcement. They're allegedly urging him to take legal precautions to protect himself and his rights. One insider even claimed that Iman's mom has been vocal about wanting the truth before they welcome another child into the extended family. That added pressure is turning this already tense situation into something even more explosive. As if things weren't already complicated enough, the public has now taken a deep dive into Teyana's life, scrutinizing every detail with a microscope. Fans, or perhaps more accurately, social media sleuths, have been combing through her old Instagram posts and public appearances, comparing clothing choices, timestamps, and notable events in an effort to determine the timeline of her pregnancy. Some are even going as far as lining up her known travel dates with those of Iman and Aaron, attempting to decode who might be the father. The twist? None of the dates appear to match up cleanly with either man. This confusing overlap, or lack thereof, is only fueling further speculation and feeding into the public's growing obsession with the story. This level of investigation has sparked a mixed reaction. A portion of the public sees it as invasive, an unfair intrusion into a woman's personal life. Others argue that by sharing a public post hinting at her pregnancy, Teyana opened the door to these kinds of questions. It's the age-old debate between celebrity privacy and public curiosity. But regardless of which side people land on, the attention is undeniable. Every detail, every image, and every cryptic caption is now being re-examined under a new light. In the midst of the chaos, there's a growing theory that Teyana intentionally left out the name of the baby's father. Some believe this was not an oversight, but a deliberate move to take control of her own story. In a world where celebrities are expected to live under a constant spotlight, revealing intimate details at every turn, Teyana's silence feels almost revolutionary. By not providing answers, she's flipped the script. Instead of being defined by public assumptions or media narratives, she's chosen ambiguity, which in itself becomes a statement. This calculated silence could be a way for her to regain some power in an environment that often strips celebrities of it. Without confirming or denying anything, she has forced not only Iman and Aaron but also fans and media outlets to wait, wonder, and speculate. Some of her supporters are applauding this move, interpreting it as a bold declaration that she doesn't belong to anyone and doesn't need to explain her choices to anyone. It's a defiant pushback against a culture obsessed with transparency, especially from women in the spotlight. However, this lack of clarity isn't just fueling gossip columns. It's also starting to ripple into her professional world. Behind the scenes, sources within the entertainment and branding industry suggest that some of her brand partnerships are beginning to show concern. These companies reportedly want more clarity on her personal situation, an indication of how intertwined a public figure's personal life can be with their business engagements. Whether the concern stems from fear of controversy, changing public perception, or the need to adjust marketing campaigns, it highlights how little separation exists between Teyana's private world and her professional image. Yet, even this moment of uncertainty could be turned into a strength. Some industry observers believe Teyana may be in the early stages of a powerful rebranding. Rather than leaning into traditional public relations tactics, she could be aligning herself with a new image, one that celebrates privacy, strength, and personal boundaries. Her fans seem ready to support this evolution, framing her as a woman who protects her peace, puts her children first, and refuses to let anyone else narrate her life. This version of Teyana, reserved yet resolute, might resonate even more deeply with audiences than the carefully curated celebrity personas people are used to. But while public support might be swelling in some circles, the silence may carry consequences in others. If Iman isn't the father, and he only learns the truth through legal channels, the situation could quickly become volatile. Up until now, Teyana and Iman have made efforts to remain civil for the sake of their children. Their co-parenting relationship, though no longer romantic, appeared stable. A revelation like this, however, could fracture that delicate peace. Feelings of betrayal and confusion may complicate previously settled arrangements, potentially leading to renewed custody disputes or legal confrontations. Legal experts and fans alike are already speculating on what might happen if tensions rise. Agreements that were once handled informally could now require court involvement, with both parties seeking formal custody terms and visitation rights. The emotional toll of such proceedings can be enormous, not just for the parents involved, but especially for the children. What was once an example of mature co-parenting could devolve into a prolonged legal battle, with both sides fighting not just for legal rights, but for narrative control in the public eye. For fans watching from the sidelines, this moment feels like the calm before an inevitable storm. Some are preparing for dramatic developments, whether through official statements, social media confrontations, or court documents. Others remain hopeful that all parties involved can maintain a level of dignity and avoid turning the situation into a spectacle. But in a culture that thrives on controversy, silence is rarely left undisturbed. Teyana's current situation perfectly captures the modern dilemma faced by celebrities, balancing personal privacy with the unrelenting demand for public transparency. In an era where every detail of a public figure's life is expected to be shared, her choice to withhold the identity of her child's father stands out. It's a deliberate move that pushes back against the cultural expectation of overexposure, especially for women in the spotlight. By choosing silence, she's taken control of her narrative in a way that few celebrities are able to. This decision, however, has not come without consequences. Her refusal to name the father has sparked intense speculation, online debates, and media attention. Some applaud her for protecting her peace and setting boundaries, while others see it as a calculated PR move or even a sign of deeper issues. The lack of clarity has led to a frenzy of theories and assumptions, putting her in the center of a conversation that seems to grow louder each day. Social media is buzzing with opinions, and her personal life is now under more scrutiny than ever before. Professionally, the impact of her decision remains uncertain. While some brand partners and industry insiders may seek distance or clarity, others might see her stance as empowering and authentic. It's a double-edged sword that could shape her image for years to come. Whether this chapter becomes a cautionary tale or a story of strength and reinvention depends on how the narrative unfolds from here. One thing is certain, Teyana is navigating this moment on her own terms. In a world where silence often speaks, louder than words, her choice not to speak may be the boldest statement of all. Right now, everyone is watching and waiting. Teyana hasn't made any follow-up posts. Iman hasn't confirmed or denied anything publicly, and Aaron hasn't breathed a word. But fans are paying attention to everything, from cryptic tweets to who's liking what post. Even Teyana's sister's page has become a hotspot for clues. Whatever happens next will shape how people view Teyana's love life, her reputation, and how she handles motherhood in the spotlight. The next move could either cool things off or set the stage for even more chaos. So was Iman wrong for asking? For a test? Or was he just trying to protect himself from being blindsided? And what was Teyana's true reason for keeping the baby's father a secret? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more updates, and turn on the notification bell, because something tells us this story is far from over.